पोस्ट संगम एज। चलिए, तो आपका क्या नाम है? आकाश, आकाश ना? अच्छा, आकाश 1 और 2। बताइए, पोस्ट संगम एज कब शुरू होगा साउथ इंडिया में? पोस्ट संगम एज कब शुरू होगा? संगम एज बीतने के बाद ही तो शुरू होगा ना। तो 300 एडी से शुरू होगा, नहीं? तो 300 एडी से ऑलमोस्ट आप मान के चलिए 800 अराउंड एडी के बीच का पीरियड हम देख रहे हैं अभी थर्ड मैप में, पोस्ट संगम एज। ठीक है, ओके। नाउ संगम age was the phase of urbanization. This phase means after 300 AD in South India comes with land grants. Land? Getting the point? In North India, land grants started in which period? Satavahanas period, post-Maurya period. And when post-Maurya period land grants started, it means that the feudal life would be starting, na? Subordinates, the intermediary would be coming. So here again, in, you can say, South India, in post-Sangam age, land grants would be starting, and so a kind of feudal system would be having some seats. So in this period, means between 300 AD to 800 AD, we find that so many dynasties, so many kingdoms would be coming. So many kingdoms, small kingdoms. So here in this side, there will be Bakatakas. Bakatakas kingdom would be there. And Bakataka, you might have heard, we have discussed at the time of Gupta age. किया था हम लोगों ने डिस्कस? क्या किया था? Chandragupta second daughter Prabhavati Gupta was married to Rudrasen second of Bakataka king. Getting the point? So here there will be Bakataka dynasty. And below Bakatkas there are Chalukyas. Chalukyas. So Bakataka in some part of Madhya Pradesh, some part of Maharashtra, and then Chalukyas, and then in the northern Karnataka, in the northern Karnataka, there would be Kadambas, Kadamb, Kadamb. And then in southern Karnataka, there would be Gangas. So these are dynasty, political kingdoms, small political kingdoms. Bakatak, Chalukyas, Kadambas, and Gangas. Bakatkas, Chalukyas, Kadambas, and Gangas. Karnataka. Northern Karnataka, Kadambas, northern Karnataka, southern Karnataka, Gangas. हाँ, पोस्ट वैदिक एज में शुरू हो गई थी, पोस्ट वैदिक एज में। अच्छा, कहाँ पे? हाँ, पोस्ट वैदिक एज मतलब कौन सा एज हुआ बताइए? जब हम पोस्ट वैदिक एज की बात करते हैं तो कौन सा एज? पोस्ट वैदिक एज का मतलब क्या हुआ, कौन बताएंगे? पोस्ट वैदिक एज का मतलब, हाँ, लेटर वैदिक के बाद महाजनपद। तो महाजनपद में वी डोंट हैव एनी कंक्रीट एविडेंस। क्या हंसने वाली कोई बात है? अच्छा, हाँ बताइए, क्या एक भी कोई साक्ष्य है? इज देयर एनी एविडेंस विच कंफर्म्स दैट लैंड ग्रांट वाज इन प्रैक्टिस इन पोस्ट मौर्य पीरियड? साक्ष्य बताएंगे ना, हिस्ट्री में तो साक्ष्य के आधार पे ही होता है ना। कैसे? At what time? First thing is there is a term Brahmade Agrahar, है ना? So Brahmade Agrahar means the land granted to temples, and temples making in India started which period? Guptas. So post means later Vedic period के बहुत बाद. Don't get confused. Getting the point? Now, if you see that Satavahanas were first to give the land grants, so it's an archaeological source. It means that literary source, land grant would be there a bit earlier. Getting the point now? But we have to believe in archaeological source. So according to our archaeological source, at that Satvahana time, land was granted for the first time. In Rig Veda itself, Rig Veda says that if priest is doing or performing yajna, so all the directions north, west, south should be given to priest. It doesn't mean that land grant was there, because the Rig Veda second stanza says that in that particular, you can say, context, that when land was to be granted to the priest, land itself rejected to be going with priest. It means that symbolic notation is there because agriculture was not institutionalized. Getting the point? That's why till the date the land grants confirmation start with post Maurya period as far as the archaeological sources are concerned. Getting the point? So Chalukyas, Kadambas, Gangas, Vakatkas. These are important kingdoms of the time, and here means Andhra, Andhra Pradesh, Andhra, Karnataka, है ना, Andhra और ये Krishna Guntur region, there would be Ikshwaku dynasty, Ikshwaku's dynasty. They claimed that their ancestry belongs to Ayodhya, Lord Rama dynasty. They claimed, but there are the tribal groups, Ikshwakus. So why they claimed that they belongs to Ayodhya? Why? Because of upgrading the social status. No? Social status. And then here in the Andhra Pradesh, some part of Tamil Nadu, there would be Pallavas. Pallava dynasty. Pallavas, the most famous dynasty of South India in this period. One side Pallava, other side Chalukyas. Pallavas, capital is Kanchipuram, Kanchipuram. So in the Tamil region and some part of, you can say, Andhra, now they would be coming Pallavas. And then Cholas gone here. Chiraj and Cholas we don't hear after Sangam age, but Pandyas would be continuing all the time. So Pandyas kingdom would be there. Pandyas kingdom. See here, this side Vakatak, in some part of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and then Chalukyas, some part of Maharashtra, and then to Karnataka, Chalukyas, and then Kadamb, and then Gang. This side Ikshwaku, and then Pallavas, and then Pandyas. It means that they means Chalukyas versus Pallavas. This is the period of Chalukyas versus Pandavas. It means that Pallavas, because Pallavas incorporated these kingdoms, finished. They would be incorporating this part also. So they are the master of Coromandel coast. And these are Chalukyas, they would be incorporating Kadamba kingdom, they would be incorporating Ganga kingdom, they would be incorporating Vakatka. So they are the hero of this coast, Malabar, Konkan and Malabar coast. Getting the point? So second phase means after Sangam age, there would be conflict between Pallavas versus Chalukyas. Though this phase starts from 300 AD, but the actual kingdoms would be coming after 550 or 500 AD to 800 around. Means in the beginning the feudal lords would be there, and then later on the monarchical system became very strong, the kingdom became very strong. So the Chalukyas and Pallavas between 500 to 800 AD, they would be having conflict in South India. Getting the point? Now, Chalukyas kingdoms, Chalukyas hero, we have done in the class. Who is the most important ruler of Chalukya dynasty? कभी पढ़े थे क्लास में या नहीं पढ़े थे? नहीं पढ़े थे? पढ़े थे कभी? हाँ, आप बताइए, पढ़े थे कभी कि नहीं पढ़े थे? क्लास में पढ़े थे किसी चालुक्य रूलर के बारे में? आप बताइए, कैसे पढ़ाया जाएगा, कैसे पढ़ेंगे आप? हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था कि नहीं कि हर्षवर्धन और पुलकेशिन सेकंड में? तो नहीं पढ़े थे, क्यों बोल रहे हैं नहीं पढ़े थे? कौन सा इंस्क्रिप्शन है? अहोल इंस्क्रिप्शन, अहोल इंस्क्रिप्शन, जिसमें हम लोग पढ़े थे कि पुलकेशिन सेकेंड डिफीटेड हर्षवर्धन, पढ़े थे। सो इसलिए देखिए 550 अराउंड के बाद इंपॉर्टेंट रूलर्स आ रहे हैं, नहीं? बिकॉज हर्षवर्धन का पीरियड क्या था? अभी तो पढ़े थे 10 दिन पहले, 6062 to 647। तो इसी समय यहाँ पे कौन सा शासक होगा? पुलकेशिन। तो पुलकेशिन इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट रूलर ऑफ दिस डायनेस्टी। इधर की जो डायनेस्टीज है सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट कौन सी है? पल्लवाज। और इसी से इस बार क्वेश्चन आया था यूपीएससी में। तो इधर के जो डायनेस्टीज हैं उसमें नरसिंह वर्मन फर्स्ट, महेंद्र वर्मन फर्स्ट, नरसिंह वर्मन सेकेंड, महेंद्र वर्मन सेकेंड। और नरसिंह वर्मन फर्स्ट वाज important fighter, so he defeated Pulkesin second. Pulkesin second was killed. He conquered Batapi or Badami, the capital of Chalukyas, and took the title of Batapi Konda. Konda means conqueror. Konda means Gangai Kond Cholpuram. Gangai Kond, conqueror of Ganga Valley, है ना? Pal dynasty king was defeated by Rajendra first, है ना? Chola kingdom. So this is how you have to understand. So Pallavas versus Chalukya, है ना? Yesterday, before yesterday, there was an optional paper. This time they have asked the conflict of Pallavas of Chalukyas in optional paper. Political conflict. Getting the point? See, prelims there is extensive syllabus. Mains में हमें पढ़ना ही नहीं है, ये सब कुछ नहीं पढ़ना है, सिर्फ एवोल्यूशन ऑफ पुलकेशिन पढ़ना है। ये जितने डायनेस्टीज हैं इसमें मेन से सिंगल क्वेश्चन नहीं आता है, बट प्रीलिम्स में चूंकि बहुत सारे डायनेस्टीज हैं तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा। जो बहुत ग्रेट कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटर है मेंस में उन्हीं पे क्वेश्चन बनेगा ना, बट प्रीलिम्स में तो सारे बनेंगे। अब जैसे ये कदम डायनेस्टी है, द ओनली वन इंपॉर्टेंट रूलर वाज देयर, मयूर शर्मन। ही परफॉर्म 18 अश्वमेध यज्ञ। 18, this is mentioned in NCERT. Getting the point? So the facts which are there in NCERT, you have to go with that. So these are the important dynasties: Vakatak, then Chalukya, then Kadam, then Gang. All the dynasties would be, you can say, conquered by Chalukya dynasty. On this side, Ikshvakus and the part of Pandyas would be conquered by Pallava. So this is the second phase, Pallava versus Chalukya. Now, why they are fighting against each other? Why in ancient and medieval period, why fighting happened continuously between the kingdoms? इसको भी हम लोग डिस्कस किए थे। हाँ, on Doab, to having control over Doab, because land revenue was the most important source of income for the state. Getting the point? So that's why they are fighting. Is it clear?